everybody. Welcome to the Steckline Report. Well, we had a pretty good report out of USDA a few days ago. I want to talk about that just a minute. American Farm Bureau Federation had a meeting in Nashville, Tennessee. And we're going to talk about that because they had some interesting guest speakers. Stay tuned, friends, to the Steckline Report. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Announcing the service and maintenance event going on now at Straub International, your genuine Case IH parts dealer. Receive from 5 to 10% parts and labor discounts with any inspection. Schedule a tractor inspection for just $315 or a combine inspection for $400. Inspections available for all major pieces of farm machinery. Plus, for a limited time, get half off hauling. Straub International now features the Case IH 330 Turbo Robo Sharpener system to bring your turbo blades back to like new condition. Visit any of our 7 locations for the Straub International service and maintenance event going on now.
I first got started in the cattle business. My wife and my father-in-law got me into it. I love dealing with the animals and being in the outdoors. At American Ag Credit, I know a lot of them are in the same business that I am. You know, therefore they understand what I need and what problems I'm against, so they can work with you on it, and it makes it much easier.
It's been passed down to me through the generations, and I want to pass it on down to the next generation or two.
Well, folks, a pretty nice report out of USDA for a change. Looks like supply-demand report was pretty much in our favor, as you probably see the markets that reacted to this report a few days ago. Everything's been stronger since then, and I think this pretty much sets the stage for the 2013 marketing year, of course affected tremendously by the weather. Let me just quickly run across a few of the more important items when it comes to ending stocks. Corn ending stocks was 602 million bushels according to USDA at this report that came out. That was down 65 million from the average trade guess. Soybeans at 135 million was just right in line. Wheat at 716 million was down 27 million from the trade guess. So that's good news for corn and wheat, and sure enough neutral at worst case scenario for soybeans. As far as production is concerned this year, they raised production on corn as everybody expected to, but not as much, and soybeans as well, just barely from what they did a month ago. The yield now, 123.4 bushels an acre for corn, is what USDA says we grew this year. That's about a bushel higher than the trade was guessing. Soybeans at 39.6, right in line with the trade guess. The average trade guess on grain stocks was 8.03 on corn. It turned out to be, the guess was 8.21. The actual figure was 8.03, so it was down some. Soybeans, the guess was 1.98, it was 1.96, and wheat at 1.67 turned out to be 1.66, so those figures were all okay, neutral to bullish. And winter wheat plantings, which of course on the Ponderosa, that's the only thing I grow along with cattle and wheat, and so I was very interested in this wheat thing, how many acres we planted. I was really concerned about the number of acres. I thought probably we shot the top out of the barrel, but we didn't. All winter wheat was 41.8 million acres according to USDA. The trade guess was 42.5, almost a million more than that. Hard red, 29.1 according to USDA, 30.29 on the average trade guess. Very nice figures, and guess what? Not only is the figures bullish, but you've got to take into consideration, if you're any kind of a marketer, the terrible condition this winter wheat is. The worst it's ever been this time of the year. Secretary of Agriculture Vilsack at the American Farm Bureau Federation meeting talked about opportunities in rural America, stressing the limitations facing rural America by Congress's failing to act on the 5-year farm bill. By the way, Vilsack has announced that he's staying another 4 years, and number one on his agenda, getting a new 5-year farm bill. Well, that's been number one for a lot of people for a long time, so nothing new there. I guess we're okay with him, excuse me, as Secretary of Ag. By the way, I've been fighting a cold. Have you folks? It's unbelievable, this cold this year. 47 of our 50 states in trouble with colds, and I've been one of them. In the meantime, the department is facing budget cuts, so the Secretary of Agriculture is somewhat concerned about that. He says that will definitely affect some of the things they do at USDA, and we'll probably see it at the FSA office. Vilsack praised farm groups for coming together to create the U.S. Farmers and Ranchers Alliance as a way to engage consumers, particularly in urban America. He thought the United Egg Producers did a great thing by sitting down with the Humane Society to try to work out the problems that the Humane Society has with smaller chicken coops. I'm not sure I'd go along with him on that. But in any event, he didn't have much new to say. By the way, MF Global customers, they're going to get back about 93% of their losses that they thought they had because of a little bit better deal than what we thought. Good news for those folks. That's it for this time on the Steckline Report. See you next time around.